Hi, everyone. I would like to introduce you to Miranda Burns. She is one of the owners of Peewee's Ice Cream in Medford, New Jersey. Um, Miranda, you have a rich history in the culinary world, and I want to thank you for joining us on Food Farms and Chefs. Uh, let our listeners know, how did you get started in the business?
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. I'm a huge podcast junkie, so this was like a big dream come true. I went to culinary school at the restaurant school at Walnut Hill College. I graduated there in 2011, and I worked in and around Philadelphia for most of that time afterwards. Working at restaurants. I worked with Nick Elmy at Rittenhouse Tavern. I was the pastry chef at Stateside when it had, like, right after it had first opened. I worked for Veg Restaurant Group for over 5 years, kind of moving in various positions throughout the company. And then we started Peewee's in 2019, and we just opened our storefront here in Medford in December.
Which is extremely exciting. And I didn't actually, I live close to the area, and I didn't know that you were in there. So one of my fellow chef friends, Dave Murray, let me know and introduced the two of us. So I'm excited to know that you're in there, and that you create everything from scratch. How is it that you went from working in as a pastry chef and working in, restaurants that are well known in Philadelphia, and opening your Peewee's ice cream shop in Medford? Like, how did you come about opening that?
Well, do you want the short story or the long story?
You can elaborate if you want.
uh, all right, I'll say so. In 2018, my partner Brian and I, we're both very hard workers. He's a mechanic by trade, and I'm a big traveler. And before I had met him, I had done a lot of traveling, and he had never been anywhere. So I was like, listen, let's quit our jobs, sell all of our stuff, and travel, and see how long and how far we can go. And that's what we did. So he took the leap with me, and we traveled. We went to Hawaii. We visited family. My sister was living in South Korea. And then we ended up in Thailand, and we were drinking one night at an outdoor bar, and one of my best friends owns Micha Chocolate, which is one of the best chocolate shops. It's in Haddonfield.
Okay.
And she had sent me a message, and she was like, hey, I know someone's selling all this bakery equipment. She's selling an ice cream machine and a portable freezer. And you always talked about, making your own ice cream, because ice cream is my favorite part of my job. Any restaurant that I worked at, that was the highlight of my day, was thinking of ice cream flavors, making the ice cream. So she was like, listen, when you come home from Thailand, she's like, I'll front you the money. I'll buy the equipment, you come home, you pay me back. And she's like, I'll get you into a farmer's market and you can sell your ice cream. I said, okay. So we started super small. We got back home eventually. We got jobs because we needed it. And we were just doing it in the summer of 2019, we would start selling like 30 pints a week at the farmer's market. By the end of that summer, we were quickly selling maybe 100 pints a week.
Oh, wow.
And so then, yeah. So then when 2020 hit and, COVID happened, all of the restaurants in Philadelphia shut down, and I lost my full-time position at the restaurant group I was at. And so Brian was like, hey, why don't we take this opportunity? Summer's right around the corner. Farmers markets are going to happen because they're all outside. Why don't we try to, grow the ice cream business? Who knows? So I did. We got more kitchen space. We signed up for more farmers markets, and we were quickly selling 200 pints a week at farmers markets. All with my little tabletop ice cream machine that would only make 4 pints of ice cream every 30 minutes.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a lot. And then by the end of 2020, we were looking for bigger kitchen space because we wanted to, you know, keep going and expand. And we found out about this property in Medford. We came to look at it, and the whole concept really spoke to us. The fact that there's, you know, they're all local mom and pop shops. You know,
Yeah.
you've got Harvest Coffee, Whole Hog Barbecue, Kings Road Brewery, the shops at Medford Mill. It's all, you know, small businesses, local people, and we just loved the atmosphere. Medford is a wonderful community. It's a great walking town, and there's no ice cream shop in Medford. So we thought, why not make it our ice cream shop in Medford? So we made the deal with the landlord that day, and then it was a whole year of construction and permits because our building was completely gutted when we went into it. So it was a lot of work and a lot of trying to find material and construction costs and all of those things that were fluctuating because, you know, of the pandemic. But we got it built, and then we were able to open December 4th for Medford's big Dickens Festival.
Oh, that's cute. And now speaking of festivals, you know, there's a lot of stuff that's going to go start happening in Medford because, you know, the weather's getting nicer. You know, there's going to be farmers markets again, you know, where you started. And you also have, you know, so many, you know, different purveyors that are within close proximity to you. Do you do any collaborations with your ice cream?
Oh, absolutely. So one of I guess staples, or one of the most important things about our business that we like to do, is we love working with local farmers, restaurants, chefs, because New Jersey has such a great, like, so many great chefs and farmers. Like, people overlook New Jersey a lot, and I was one of them. I'm not gonna lie. I worked in Philadelphia for 10 years, and I was all about, you know, Philadelphia, and then when I started making the ice cream here in New Jersey, I realized New Jersey has such an amazing community, and just within itself. So a lot of our ice creams, we source all of our fruits, all of our vegetables, our herbs, they all come from local farmers. So a lot of times, like, we get people that come in now and they want strawberry ice cream. Well, I don't make strawberry ice cream right now. I only make strawberry ice cream when the farm has strawberries and I can go buy them and make strawberry ice cream. So that's really important to us, just the community, tying it all in, and really, like, cutting down on waste. One of our most popular ice cream flavors is the lavender honey vanilla bean. We actually partner with a local apiary, and what he does is he takes his honey, he steeps it in the lavender and then strains it, and then gives me all of that spent lavender, which I then put into the ice cream. So it's just like giving life to more things. He gets his lavender from a local farmer that his bees are also on her farm. So it's all connected. And we meet so many great people, because everyone loves what they do. He loves his bees, and I love learning about food, so I was able to go out and see the hives and stand in the middle of, like, all the bees swarming. It was like one of the coolest experiences of my life. So that's
I love apiaries, because for that same reason. And people, thankfully I'm not allergic. But yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, so it's really important to us to know where our ingredients are coming from, and then making our customers aware of where their food's coming from.
Yeah.
And we also make a lot of vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free ice creams. We cater to a lot of allergies.
Which is very good. Now Gene is one of our chefs, so I'm sure he has some questions for you too.
Well, let's start by going with, how about in the line of savory ice cream? Tell us a little bit about some of your, different flavors that you experimented with and came up with that are a little bit more along the line of a savory item. You know, that is a new trend a lot of people are doing. And you see that a lot with liquors as well now with vodkas and such. People are getting away from, the multiple sweets. But what are some of your more unique flavors?
Absolutely. I love like salty, savory. So one ice cream we have in the dipping cabinet right now, which is one of my favorites, is a brown butter pecan. So we brown the butter, so it gives it that nice nutty flavor, and the pecans are nice and salty. We do a maple bacon bourbon ice cream, which we call the Swanson because of Ron Swanson.
Sure.
I love to put bacon in ice cream. I think it's not really seen a lot around here. I get that a lot where people come in and, we have 20 different flavors in our dipping cabinet. And I would say 5 of them are traditional. We have chocolate, vanilla, cookies and cream, and mint chocolate chip. But then otherwise, everything else is kind of out of the box. I'm trying to think what other savory ones we have right now.
I wouldn't so much say it's savory, but I know on your menu online you have the peanut butter and chocolate one.
The peanut butter fudge swirl.
Yeah, that kind of gives you that nutty, like, well, obviously nutty because of peanut butter, but that nutty, sweet and salty. You can, because if you after you scoop it, if you maybe put a little bit of what is the word I'm looking for, but salt on top, like, to finish. You can get that savory sweet kind of salty.
We have a halva ice cream right now, which is one of my favorites. That one is definitely more not necessarily on the savory realm, but
different,
it's more of the out of the box.
Yeah.
It's funny, I started many years ago with a tabletop machine, a Cuisinart, actually a tabletop, and I used to call it bacon and egg ice cream. So I would literally do, good bacon that I would just lather really heavy with maple sugar and crisp it up and bake it and then add it in. And people would go crazy for it. Today, you get that maple bacon ice cream. That's really one of my favorite things in the whole world. And the other one that I used to love doing was a very simple one of just a good rich vanilla base and crushing up candy canes.
We do a peppermint bark in the Christmas time.
Yeah, that's a wonderful flavor. So, along those lines, what is your favorite?
Oh, see, a lot of people get disappointed, but my favorite is mint chocolate chip.
Okay, not at all. It's a wonderful
I
thing.
use fresh mint in mine, and then I make it super minty. Because that's how I like it. Like, I love, obviously you get cold when you eat ice cream, but I love that peppermint cold that you get.
Yeah, it adds an additional layer of joy, actually.
Yeah. Yep.
Have you ever done a tea flavored ice cream?
Yeah, so I think 2 summers ago we worked with a local tea company. It's called Tea for All. They're in Trenton. And we used some of their teas. They wanted to do tea infused ice cream bars. So we did some chai, we did an Earl Grey. We did they had a lemon cheesecake herbal tea. So those were really fun.
That's very cool. Now, what because you have collaborations, because of the different events that are going to start, happening, what, is something that we are, or our listeners can look forward to that you're going to be participating in? And, what would be your next new flavor since you stick with seasonal?
I'm sorry, it cut out for a second. Could you just repeat the question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's twofold. It's what is going to be one of your new flavors coming out since it's seasonal, that you use local, farms, and then what is something our listeners can look forward to with the warmer weather happening, pop-ups happening? What can we look forward to?
Sure. So we're coming into spring finally. So one of our most popular flavors is I call it lemon rhubarb pie. So it's a lemon ice cream with house-made rhubarb jam that we swirl into it. And then I make lemon shortbread cookies using the spent lemon from Mill Creek Apiary. And I crush those into it. So it's like punchy lemon and the tartness from the rhubarb, but then the sweetness from the shortbread cookies. That's one of our most popular springtime flavors. And then of course we've got strawberries coming very soon, not soon enough, unfortunately, but we do a roasted strawberry ice cream and a strawberry shortcake ice cream.
Nice.
So those are like big, like once people see those on the menu, they know that like summer is like almost here. And then as far as events, we will be at the Burlington County Farmers Market again this year. That's every Saturday starting Mother's Day weekend until October. In April, we are releasing our dog-friendly ice cream. My dog, Howie, has been working very hard on his pup cups. So they will be, no sugar, just like actually good ice cream for your dog to eat. Let's see, that's April. And then, we're just gearing up for summer, getting ready for the scoop shop to be, nice and busy. We want to have events here. We will have outdoor picnic tables. We're ordering about 15 of them. So there's going to be plenty.
Oh, you cut out for a second. Hold on. Miranda, hold on.
For the Peewee and to sweet with.
Okay. Some of that got cut out, unfortunately.
Okay.
So we got the picnic tables, and that you're gonna have outdoor events. And I think it cut out, for a little bit there.
Do you want me to start back over like with the events or?
Just, some of the stuff
Tables on.
Yeah, the picnic tables, and then, the whole idea behind the feed mill is that people can come and relax for the whole day, so you can come and grab whole hog barbecue and then grab a beer and then come to Peewee's and grab an ice cream and then go shopping. So it's really kind of like a one-stop destination shop.
It sounds amazing. Now, Jean, I don't know if you have one last question that you want to ask, but I would love to know where our listeners can find you online and on social, in person.
Sure. So online, you can head to our website. It's peeweesicecream.com. We're on Facebook and Instagram, just at Peewee's Ice Cream. And then our shop is located at 57 North Main Street in beautiful Medford, New Jersey.
Which is wonderful. One thing that I'm wondering, would you ever do something bold or like exciting? Like, would you do, when strawberries come up, would you do a strawberry based ice cream and like maybe do a balsamic reduction to like do swirls?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm one of the people that's like, I'm a little special or extra, I think is where I like
great taste.
Yeah, that are interesting. And so, I would love to be able to experience something like that, or, work with you on, creating, fun, like ice cream flavor. And Jean, who is absolutely amazing and talented at creating dishes, would probably love to try not only your ice cream, but, work with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, we could come up with an ice cream flavor, or we really want to start doing some more like elaborate, fun sundaes. We started today with doing some kind of like more out of the box, milkshakes for St. Patrick's Day weekend. So we're in the process of like hiring more staff. But then once that happens, because I've been a pastry chef for so long, I miss some of those things, creating full desserts. But we really wanted to focus on the ice cream first. And then once we were like, all right, we're solid. We've got a great staff trained. Then we can start working on, you know, like I would love to do like a sticky toffee pudding in the winter. And we do a cookie sundae right now, which is like our cookie dough is baked to order with a little scoop of ice cream on top. And it's going over great. So, you know, we're taking little baby steps.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Miranda, for joining us. And I look forward to trying some of those little, like, those extra baby steps as they come out. And I look forward to seeing you during the summer.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Miranda, thank you for your time. We look forward to a very great season filled with your ice cream.
Thank you so much. I hope to see you both in the shop soon.
All right. Thank you.